Have you been the victim of a computer cheater on chess.com? Well, follow my advice and you'll learn how to spot these low-life scumbags who are ruining the game for the rest of us, or at least trying to. But sometimes they are just too dumb for their own good. Here's a case in point. So I came into open challenges and I wanted to pick out a game, and I found somebody rated 1250, a rated game, and I decided to click on it and let's see how it goes, because I've been looking into the fried liver attack. I want to do some content on the fried liver, so I wanted to get some practice games. I got the white pieces, e4, and then he plays the Sicilian, so the fried liver isn't possible. So I go for my normal slow Grand Prix, and it all works out fairly standard. I push e5, trying to constrain him a little bit, and I castle. He brings his knight out, and this is all fairly normal. So here I want to move my king out of way of this potential discovery, so I move my king to h1, bishop moves. Now I start to squeeze the queen. This was a miscalculation on my side that I didn't realise. Just failed to count attackers and defenders. I didn't see the knight. So knight takes, and I push a pawn. So I'm a pawn down. It's not too much. There's a fork. Move the knight. Pawn pushes forwards with a discovery from the bishop, but I failed to notice that. So I grab a pawn and lose my rook. So now I'm down basically in exchange. And now suddenly this h-pawn starts chasing up the board. I hit the queen, knight captures, I move my bishop so that my queen's defending my knight, and suddenly there's a couple of attacks. I capture, right? So this looks like just giving up a knight. So I'm feeling pretty good. And then boom, this knight comes into g3, right? The queen is looking at g1. My king actually cannot move. So at the very least, I'm going to lose my rook. But I look at this and I figure that all he needs to do now is capture there, put me in check again. The only legal move I've got is to block with a knight, and boom, checkmate. Right? How many moves? 20 moves, checkmated by somebody rated 250 points lower than me. So at that point, I kind of smelled a rat. So I hit game report. Okay. Now look at this. 99.4 accuracy. Every move was either book, excellent, or best move. Okay. That's the first red flag. Okay. Now for the second one, I go back to the game itself. And this is something that I've noticed recently. So check out the times in which my opponent made his moves. Okay. Move 1, 13 seconds. So I move straight away. He takes 13 seconds to decide how to respond to e4. Okay. Maybe he was just not paying attention. Move 2, 14 seconds. 12, 11, 11, 19, 19, 20, 15. Can you see a pattern here? 13, 19, 16. Every move that he makes is between like 10 and 21 seconds. Every single time. So he's beaten somebody rated 250 points higher than him and never taking more than about 20 seconds to make his moves, right? That's your red flag number 2. So at this point, I was convinced that the guy was a cheat. So why is he taking 20 seconds? Well, he's taking 20 seconds because he's seeing my move. He's going to maybe another device, any old engine, don't matter. He's entering my move. He's waiting for the computer response. He's coming back and he's playing the move. Okay, clearly you can't do that with something like the chess.com Explorer open in another tab, because if chess.com notices, I mean, that really is nuclear grade dumbass cheating, right? I would never want to cheat in my life. I don't see the point of it. It's completely ridiculous. So anyway, so curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to go to his profile. There we are. Ahmed_Elbhai from Egypt, and this is what I find. So I see that he's played like 8 rapid games all today. He lost his last bullet game, right? But these games, he's all in the 99%, or 98.6, 98.9 there, he dropped slightly. So clearly, hands down, the lowest of the low kind of computer cheater. He's beating people and artificially boosting his rating. Why do it, right? So you get up to 1300, you get up to 1400. And then what are you going to do? You're going to start playing people who are actually 1300 or 1400 because you're going to get your arse kicked and handed back to you. So just don't do it. So if you ever come across this and you get a game where you feel like your opponent just played far too consistently, right, and wipes the floor with you, it's just worth checking. And report that person and block them and say report them for cheating, because it makes the environment better for everybody if we can weed out the cheats and punish them. So there you go, you absolute scumbag. I hope you learn your lesson, and I hope you learn to play chess and to be a gentleman and a sportsman, and then I will quite happily play you again. But yeah, if you come across this, there's some things you can look at. Look at their accuracy. Look at the time it takes them to make their moves, and if it's too consistent, that smells really bad. Look at their previous games, right? Are they in the habit of cheating in that way? So this is absolutely plain as the nose on your face. Kind of makes me a bit sick. I don't like to have to make videos about this kind of topic. I wish it didn't happen, but it does, and you need to know how to respond and how to help out the chess community at the same time. So hope this is something that you don't have to do very often, but if you do, take the steps that you need to take, right? It makes life better for all of us. All right, see you later.